to the right for warm-ups for the St. Thomas University Bobcats. Test, test, test. Yeah, I just changed it. Test, 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 test. Is it showing over there? It's charging. Yeah, give it a little bit. All right. Camera's moving to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Back to the right. Warm-ups. All right, it's not that delayed at least. Test, test, test. There you go. Now it's on. Test, test, test. Test a little bit.
Test 1 2, test 1 2, test 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 test. I'm hearing you. Yeah. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2, test 1 2.
Up is on mute. Okay. Well, it's moving here. When I talk.
Yeah.
So turn it up a little bit. Try talking in you this one. And I'll pull up.
Test 1 2, test 1 2. Yeah, this sounds like the one last volleyball. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 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 test. Test 1 2. Audio check 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 1 2. I don't know how this works with the inputs. Where's the...
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bobcat Field to today's matchup between the visiting Lions from Florida Memorial University and your St. Thomas University Bobcats. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, today's starting lineups first for the visiting Lions.
Because this thing on yours, it goes up and down like this. This one doesn't go up and down.
The lineup for the Lions: number 2, Alicia Torres; number 3, Dudley Placid; number 4, Johanna Sancero; number 5, Miran Almeranga Pace; number 9, Camila Stovito; number 11, Humbert Vega; number 17, Jasmine Rosas; number 19, Alice Manhu; number 20, Dina A. Torres; number 25, Cindy Rosero; and the goalkeeper is number 8, Maria Chetneti. The head coach is Maria Mora, assisted by Ramiro Pangosia. Ladies and gentlemen,
See, that's the computer mic. Yeah, it's just a computer microphone.
Camera microphone?
The computer mic. That's what that was. Because, I mean, try talking.
Welcome to St. Thomas University for this regular season finale. Senior night here at St. Thomas. Bobcats versus the Lions at Florida Memorial. It's only picking up the computer. Why is the computer mic even on to pick up?
Is I hear you talk?
And we are underway here at St. Thomas, the Bobcats versus the Lions. Bobcats in the home white with the navy blue trim. Lippert Thompson. This is Anna Para finding Stephanie Martin. Nice run there by Borsecki. Bobcats controlling the action early on here. Cleared up by the Lions. But straight onto the foot of Alexa Rivera. So Bobcats continue with possession. Very long possession here for the Bobcats. Borsecki switches field. A beautiful ball to Amaya Banks, who fires off the first shot on goal of this game. Just 2.5 minutes in. On this senior night for the Bobcats. Here's Banks again. Dishes it off to Lippert Thompson.
Settle the ball! Settle, ladies, settle!
Bobcats doing a tremendous job of maintaining possession here in these early minutes. Borsecki with a nice run. Looking for Alexa Rivera up the right wing, but the ball will go out of bounds for a goal kick for Florida Memorial. Three minutes into this one, Bobcats and the Lions scoreless. Bobcats have already clinched a spot in the Sun Conference Championship, which will begin the first round this weekend. At the end of all of today's action, we'll know who the Bobcats will be facing, depending on how the rest of the Sun Conference final day of action shakes out. Now here's Alexa Rivera with a corner kick, the first corner of the game for either team. Breezy conditions here, wind blowing across the field into the face of Rivera. She's able to get that corner kick into a dangerous area there. Liver Thompson had position near post. However, foul will be caught on the Bobcats. So a free kick for the Lions. Bobcats under the direction of head coach Michelle Smith. Lions under the direction of a former player of Michelle Smith's, Maria Mora. Great to see Coach Mora back here on campus. 2008, she celebrated her senior night right here as a Bobcat, but in this matchup, of course, her allegiances will be with her team, the Lions. Here's one of the seniors tonight, Safantes, sending it back to Garwaki. She switches fields to Claudia Vila, yet another senior. 7 Bobcat seniors will be honored at halftime. Andreina Safantes, Amaya Banks, Zelda Jagre, Janelle Johnson, Claudia Vila, Anna Parra, and Stephanie Martin, and we will bring you that ceremony live right here on Stretch Internet. Johnson, nice job switching fields to Bersecki. Johnson, the senior majoring in criminal justice. Rivera was looking for Anna Parra. Liver Thompson does a nice job of bringing it down, and possession back to the Bobcats. Senior Stephanie Martin back to Thompson. She finds Bersecki. Bobcats really knocking it around nicely. Bersecki sends it towards the goal mouth. It will be collected by the Lions goalkeeper. Just about 6 minutes have elapsed in this opening half. Here's Anna Parra. Banks trying to create a run there for Rivera. Beautiful weather for November the 1st here in South Florida. A bit breezy, probably a bit on the warm side today compared to some of the weather we've been having lately, but as always, a beautiful place to play the game of soccer. Safantes finds Avila. This is Courtney Hinden on the left side. She's marked by Miran Paez out of Paraguay, 5. Here's Bersecki. She's pressured by Rosas of the Lions, freshman from right here in Miami. And Bersecki with the throw-in. Just over 7 minutes into this affair between Florida Memorial and St. Thomas. These two schools located just miles apart from each other. Exciting times just a couple weeks ago over at Florida Memorial when President of the United States Barack Obama visited campus and gave a talk at the newly built Florida Memorial Gym. A story worth looking for on social media. I'll tell you about in just a second as the Bobcats quickly approaching a nice offensive opportunity there by Courtney Hinden. A current St. Thomas University sports administration and law student by the name of Ricky Mark just completed an internship with the White House. Very prestigious position. Hard to get an internship at the White House. But a sports administration student did exactly that and just got done with that experience, and he told that story to stu.edu and check out that story online. Congratulations to Ricky. Here comes Martin on the attack off the ball from Janelle Johnson. Bersecki. Here's Rivera, defended by the Lions. Placide, sophomore from Miami. Lippert Thompson rips a shot in good. The first goal of the game goes to the Bobcats. With 36 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the first half, Lippert Thompson with a beautiful goal. And Bobcats take a 1-0 lead.
St. Thomas goal scored by number 11, Sarah Lippert Thompson. That's her third of the season. Assisted by number 22, Anna Parva. 1-0, St. Thomas.
So it officially will in the books as a goal for Sarah Lippert Thompson. The assist to Anna Para, the seniors. So a great way to start off senior night for Anna Para. And the goal by Sarah Lippert Thompson. So Lippert Thompson starting and finishing this 2016 regular season with goals. She scored 2 goals, if you remember, in the season opener at Georgia Gwinnett, and that resulted in a Sun Conference Offensive Player of the Week award. Johnson with a great tackle there, and then a 40-yard clearance to midfield. Forsecki will handle the throw-in for the Bobcats. Banks plays it back to Johnson. Johnson looking to switch fields. A beautiful ball, just a little too much on it, finding a open Courtney Hinden. Hinden did a nice job of remaining onside on that run. However, Johnson just a little too much muscle behind that switching of the field. 33 minutes to play here in this opening half. Bobcats lead 1-0 over the Florida Memorial Lions. Johnson, nice little move there. Finds Rivera. Lion defenders in pursuit. Rivera knocks it back to Forsecki. She will swing it back to the sweeper Cervantes. Switches the field nicely along the defensive line to Avila. Avila finds Hinden. Hinden with a nice turn against her defender. But an offsides call, a very odd call there. It looked like Hinden was just in possession of the ball off the dribble. If a pass isn't put into play, you can't really understand an offsides there, but that was indeed the call by the linesman on the near side. Nice move there. Banks very active on the left side. Handled by the Florida Memorial goalkeeper. A stoppage of the clock by the head referee. And a card has been issued, a yellow card. Number 4, Johanna Salcedo, senior from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A yellow card has been issued to the lines. Number 4, Johanna
That'll
Salcedo.
result in a free kick. Avila will handle the honors.
So it says 0-0.
Shot by Avila. Opportunity off the rebound there by Lippert Thompson
You know who's scored that goal?
will result in a
From assist?
Anna.
Anna
throw
Serafin.
in deep in the corner. And now a corner kick will be taken by the senior Claudia Avila. Reminder at halftime, we will have a senior night ceremony honoring the 7 seniors. Opportunity there off the corner, but for Anna Parra just misses. Just joining us, St. Thomas 1, Florida Memorial 0.
Let's go, boys!
And we have 29 minutes to play in this opening half.
Guys, stay with me, boys!
Final game of the regular season for these two teams. Bobcats will open Sun Conference Championship play with the first round of that 7-team tournament this weekend. All those details still yet to shake out. We do know this much: the Bobcats will go on the road for that game. Just don't know who the opponent or the game time on Saturday will be yet. That'll all shake out when today's action is completed. You want to check out thesunconference.com. You can see those standings. The number 1 seed will be determined. Kaiser and Southeastern both sit atop the standings with 9-1 records in Sun Conference play. With a win today, Bobcats will improve to 5-5 in conference play. And the Bobcats sitting securely in the number 6 seed position of the 17 tournament.
Face the ball!
Free kick here taken by Vega, the junior from nearby Doral, Florida. Result in a throw-in for Brzezinski. Looking for Anna Parra. Here's a Maya Banks with a quick turn. It'll be a throw-in
the Lions. All sorts of action this week here in Bobcat Land. Women's basketball had their season opener last night here at the Fernandez Family Center. As Para finds Banks, she's triple teamed. Lions with a little counterattack there, but it sailed out of bounds for the throw-in. You're watching the women's soccer regular season finale, senior night. That'll be followed by men's soccer, also against Florida Memorial after this game, and also senior night, as an offside is called on the Bobcats. Tomorrow, volleyball back in action at the Fernandez Family Center beginning at 5:30 p.m. A rare doubleheader against a conference opponent in volleyball, part of a rescheduling of a match that was canceled, or postponed rather, against Johnson and Wales. Friday, women's basketball back in action. Saturday, as we mentioned, Sun Conference Soccer Championship opening round begins. Men's basketball hits the road to start their season this week as well. Cross country Sun Conference Championships on Saturday in South Carolina. It's a wonderful time of the year here at St. Thomas University Athletics. And of course, the
Substitution for the Lions, number 12, Brianna Monaglio.
Stone Crab Dinner for Athletics. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, make sure you do so. There's a link handy for you on stubobcats.com. Just announced a new presenting sponsor for that event, South Beach Helicopters. Has a nice turn there for Placide. The best opportunity for the Lions today. And that shot goes wide. So the best piece of offense the Lions have produced today with 25 minutes left in the opening half. Bobcats lead 1-0. Goal by Sarah Lippert-Thompson. Assist by Anna Para here on senior night. So the Stone Crab Dinner will be on Sunday, November 13th. Cocktail hour at 5 p.m. The program starts at 6. As Hinden with an attack, it'll result in a goal kick for the Lions. It's the 8th year that STU Athletics has hosted this event. All you can eat stone crabs, and the student athletes from all the different sports serve as wait staff. It's the biggest fundraiser of the year for STU Athletics. Your funds directly impact these student athletes. As Johnson controlling matters in the middle of the field, just toying with her defender, finds Cefantes. Some pressure from the Lions offensively. That's Paez, but Cefantes had everything under control, and the Bobcats back on the attack. Here's Hinden. Anna Para back to Hinden. And a foul will be called. Looks like another free kick opportunity for the Bobcats. Claudia Vila will set this up. Bobcats lead 1-0. 23 minutes left to play here in this first half. See what Avila can do with this free kick. She'll be looking for a teammate here. I see Rivera, Lippert-Thompson, Banks, Hinden, Martin, Rasecki, Para already. But Avila does the improbable and absolutely beautiful shot on the direct free kick. From that angle, everyone, me included, was under the assumption that Avila was going to set up one of those teammates, and instead she goes near post for a beautiful goal. So the senior, Claudia Avila, on senior night with a goal Just a beautiful piece of soccer there on that free kick by Claudia Avila. Avila, one of 7 seniors celebrating tonight. Placide, defended by Martin, and then a free kick for the Lions. So this is the first set piece opportunity for the Lions on their offensive end. A gorgeous
St. Thomas goal scored by number 50, Claudia Avila. That's her first of the season.
Gives the
Time
Bobcats
of
a
the goal, the
2-0
23rd
lead.
minute.
Now
2-0.
22 minutes to
Rush
play
Bobcats.
as a dangerous opportunity there. It will result in a Bobcat goal kick. So senior Anna Parra can credit an assist, which she converted on that Lipper Thompson goal earlier. And senior Claudia Avila with a goal. So that's 2 seniors in the points column. See if one of the other seniors can maybe get in on the action. Here's Stephanie Martin. She's hungry. Was looking for fellow senior Amaya Banks there. Here's Rivera bringing it down. Dishes it off to Parra. Nice run there by Brusecki. Parra found her right in stride. And now Brusecki with a chance to cross it in. And it will be... Let's see what the call is here. A foul call. Very interesting where the referee marked that. The whistle came when Brusecki was all the way down near the goal line. But the free kick will occur from about 30 yards out of the net. And this was about the spot where Avila from the other side scored on that free kick. Lions able to handle this one defensively. You know, I think what happened there was the referee was giving Brusecki advantage, but then when Brusecki lost some control of the soccer ball, he indeed issued the foul call. So back to that Stone Crab dinner on the 13th. As Taylor Malone will check in for Alexa Rivera.
Substitution for the Bobcats, number 19, Taylor Malone.
Part of the
Places number
Stone Crab
17,
dinner
Alexa
is
Rivera. Malone for Rivera.
Hall of Fame induction into the Bobcat Sports Hall of Fame. Really the most prestigious honor we have here at St. Thomas University Athletics. And this year's recipient, this year's inductee, will be none other than former head baseball coach and athletic director of St. Thomas University, Al Avila. And if you're not familiar with that name, Avila, who coached here back in the 1980s, has gone on to a very successful career in the front office of Major League Baseball teams, including his first opportunity with the then Florida Marlins. And these days, he serves as the general manager and executive vice president of the Detroit Tigers. So a real honor to have Al Avila back. He's a graduate of the sports administration program. And if you want to take part in that special event, the 8th annual Stone Crab Dinner, just go to stubobcats.com. Made it real easy for all of y'all. Just look for the stone crabs that you can't miss when you open up the homepage, stubobcats.com. Click on that story and you'll see how to order tickets. Now 18 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Bobcats well in control with a 2-0 lead, but really have just dominated possession this evening. Taylor Malone with some fresh legs in the match now, and here she is trying to beat her man to the ball. Boaglio,
Another Argentine for the Lions, won that 50-50 ball. Turn by Paez. save by Garwaki. Paez fired off a nice shot there. And Garwaki with the save. Anapara now in space. Could not connect there with Amaya Banks. Lipper Thompson unable to control that ball, and here come the Lions. And it'll be a free kick for Florida Memorial. Now under 17 minutes to play in this opening half. Again, during halftime, be sure to stick around on the broadcast. We'll give you live coverage of the senior night ceremony where 7 seniors will be honored. Cleared out there by Janelle Johnson on the header. Anapara was trying to find Banks there. Well defended by the Lions. Boaglio finds Scopino. Here's Boaglio again. So the Lions with one of their better possessions of the match. Malone able to get a foot on it and slow down the Lion attack in the midfield area. Chelsea Trost at the scorers table, set to check in for the Bobcats at the next opportunity for a St. Thomas substitution as Johnson heads that out. So senior day ceremonies will take place during halftime. Andreina Safantes, Amaya Banks, Zelda Jagred, Janelle Johnson, Claudia Vila, Anapara, and Stephanie Martin will all be honored at halftime. Nice job there by Torres of the Lions to win that ball, and it'll be a free kick now for the Lions. They play it very quickly. That's something you see on high levels of international soccer, that lightning quick free kick. But the Bobcats able to defend it. Here's Claudia Vila. Nice little move there. Crowd liked that one. Para. Now 14 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the opening half. Bobcats 2, Lions 0. And the throw-in will result in a substitution opportunity for the Bobcats as Chelsea Trost she replaces Brasecki. Trost, the junior from West Broward High School, Fort Lauderdale. Nice turn there by Placide. Still controlling the ball is Placide, but then Banks took it away. She sends it back to Avila. Here's Banks again. Trost open in the middle. Nice turn by Trost. Para finds Claudia Avila. Avila has scored on a magnificent free kick in this half. Bobcats lead 2-0, 13 minutes, 15 seconds to play in this opening half. Lipper Thompson sends it back to Stephanie Martin. Martin back to Thompson. Sarah Lipper Thompson with a nice ball there, finding Anna Para. No offsides flag up, so Para did a nice job staying on side there. Lipper Thompson did a even better job finding her, but it will result in a goal kick for the Lions. Now under 13 minutes to play. Bobcats 2, Lions 0. First half here at Bobcat Field. Doubleheader with the men's game. So this match starting at 5 p.m. Men's game will start following this one. And once again, a reminder, be sure to stick with us during halftime for those senior night ceremonies of this women's soccer match. Johnson slipped, and a breakaway there for the Lions. Garwaki very alert in the penalty box area, goalkeeper for the Bobcats. Here's Courtney Hinden. Now under 12 minutes to play, opening half. Bobcats 2, Lions 0. A switch in terms of positions as Malone heads to the left side, Hinden to the right side. So, see if this matchup proves favorable for the Bobcats. Lipper Thompson was looking for Amaya Banks on the through pass, intercepted by the Lions, but now Para takes possession, looking for Banks. Couldn't quite connect, but a nice piece of attacking offense. Now under 11 minutes to play, Bobcats 2, Lions 0. Bobcats have clinched a spot in the Sun Conference Championship, which begins Saturday. Lipper Thompson with the nutmeg finding Banks. Here's Malone. Virtually every player in the game was over here on this near side of the field. Malone was left alone, and the switching of fields was able to find her. Banks was looking for Lipper Thompson. Now here's Tross. Janelle Johnson, watch out. She's a threat from any distance with that kind of power. But that ball sails over the crossbar. Two goals by the Bobcats this evening. Goal number 1 by Sarah Lipper Thompson off a Anna Para assist. And then a beautiful goal on the free kick by Claudia Vila have given the Bobcats a 2-0 lead. Safantes dishes it off to Avila. Trost. Here's Scobino on the attack again. Well defended by Stephanie Martin. Avila with plenty of space to work with. Finds Lipper Thompson. She dishes it right back to Avila. Nice move there by Claudia Avila, and Avila with some nice moves on the dribbling front there. Banks finds Para. Tross wins it back from Rosas. contact there. And Apara went down, but it'll be a free kick for the Lions. Unofficially, Bobcats lead the Lions 7-0 in shots. And the Bobcats lead this match 2-0. Boaglio, the senior from Argentina, with the throw-in for the Lions. This is Vega. She finds Rosas. Cifuentes with a nice ball there. Here's an opportunity for Amaya Banks. Manu defending for the Lions, and Banks unable to win that battle. It'll be a goal kick for the Lions. We're now at 6 minutes and 30 seconds to play in this opening half. Bobcats lead 2-0. Manu's shoe went flying along with that goal kick. She's able to regroup, get her cleat back on, and here come the Bobcats on the attack. Nice move there by Malone. Malone with a shot on goal. Now on the rebound, both Banks and Para had a chance at it. Now under 6 minutes to play. Amanda Gordon, the sophomore from Pembroke Pines, has checked into the scorer's table, ready to enter the match. Now 5 minutes, 20 seconds to play. As there's Gordon checking in for Courtney Hinden.
Substitution for the Bobcats, number 13, Amanda Gordon. Replaces number 25, Courtney Hinden.
And Gordon will stay on that right side. And those fresh legs of Amanda Gordon immediately put to good use. She plays it back with the drop pass to Martin. Martin unable to connect there on that attempt. Men's soccer will follow this matchup. Same two schools, Florida Memorial and St. Thomas. And during halftime, just 4 minutes and 20 seconds away, we will have a senior day ceremony that we will cover live. Now under 4 minutes to play, St. Thomas 2, Florida Memorial 0. St. Thomas has done a nice job of controlling possession for most of this first half. Lippert Thompson able to bring it down very nicely. A couple of touches there. Looking for Gordon. That'll be a throw-in for the Lions. It'll be Alicia Torres. She'll send it back in with 3 minutes, 15 seconds left until halftime. Lippert Thompson looking for Gordon yet again. Now Lippert Thompson again. Martin. Dangerous pass there, but Cifuentes was right there to take care of business. However, she loses it on the dribble, and the Lions will try to create a counterattack headed out by Martin. Lippert Thompson heads it over to Gordon up the right wing, but it'll be a throw-in for the Lions. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to play, opening half. St. Thomas 2, Florida Memorial 0. Here's Para. Possession back to the Lions. Johnson. Johnson taking it herself. Trying to switch fields to Malone. Amaya Banks is able to come up with it. Now 2 minutes, 15 seconds till halftime. It'll be a free kick for the Bobcats. From about 35 yards out. It'll be Claudia Vila. She had a gorgeous goal on a free kick from that left side earlier tonight. Here's Johnson. Johnson tried the inside of her foot there. It'll be a goal kick rather for the Lions. 1 minute, 25 seconds to play in the opening half. Bobcats lead 2-0. Throw in for the Lions. Stick with us during halftime as the Bobcats seniors, 7 of them in total, will be recognized. Several family members and supporters on hand as we're under a minute to play in this first half. Avila sends it back in. Brought down by Gordon nicely. Lipper Thompson was trying to switch fields to Malone. Maybe a little too ambitious there. 43 seconds to play in this opening half. Scobino defended well by Martin. Excellent work by Martin. Martin continues to take it herself and then tackled hard by Placide. Paez hands it off to Torres. We're down to 13 seconds to play in the half.
10, 9, 8, 7.
And as the final seconds tick away in this first half, the Bobcats will go into halftime with a 2-0 lead over the Florida Memorial Lions. And we will now get ready for the Senior Day ceremony. Once again, 7 seniors: Andreina Cefantes, Amaya Banks, Zelda Jagrid, Janelle Johnson, Claudia Vila, Anna Para, and Stephanie Martin in their final home match in the St. Thomas University Bobcat uniform. All 7 with excellent careers here at St. Thomas. As the families of the seniors start making their way across the field. watching Senior Day, really Senior Night these days, now that we have the lights at St. Thomas University, for the 2016 St. Thomas University women's soccer team. Family and friends enjoying the festivities. An emotional moment for the seniors and these families. Really appreciate all the support and the hard work that this senior class put in. Number 3, Andreina Cefantes, senior from Avon Park, Florida, Boca Prep High School. She'll be graduating with a degree in business management. Number 5, Amaya Banks, the senior from Orlando, Haggerty High School. She'll be graduating with a degree in psychology. Zelda Jagrid, unfortunately this season cut short with a injury, but great to see her in uniform and enjoying the Senior Day festivities. She's a senior from Falkenberg, Sweden, and she will be graduating from St. Thomas with a degree in communications. Number 12, Janelle Johnson, the senior from Miramar, Florida, American Heritage High School. Janelle will be graduating with a degree in criminal justice. Number 15, Claudia Vila, senior from Sunrise, Florida, Piper High School. Claudia will be graduating with a degree in finance. Number 22, Anna Parra. She'll be graduating with a degree in tourism and hospitality. She's the senior from Weston, Florida, Cypress Bay High School. And Stephanie Martin, number 24, the senior from Lake Worth, Florida, Lake Worth High School. She'll be graduating with a degree in criminal justice. So an outstanding senior class playing tonight in their final match on the home field. Next up for these Bobcats, after this second half against Florida Memorial, will be the start of the Sun Conference Championship Tournament. Time and location still to be determined, as the Bobcats have secured the number 6 seed in the tournament, just waiting on who that opponent will be. And they will hit the road for a first round match on Saturday. And the good news about those conference tournaments is you win it and you go to nationals. So it's really a second season of sorts, and a big opportunity for this senior class and this edition of St. Thomas University Bobcat Women's Soccer to head to nationals if they can win that conference tournament. They'll have to do it all on the road, most likely, unless some very improbable things happen. The way it works is the highest seed hosts each matchup throughout the tournament, and the Bobcats are the 6th seed. So head coach Michelle Smith and the 7 seniors, along with their teammates, head back to regroup for the second half against Florida Memorial, while the families head back to the grandstand area. Really appreciate all that came out for senior night. Many with very elaborate signage celebrating their favorite senior. As even some youth soccer players on hand to enjoy this festive night. We'll do the same thing for the men's soccer match. A little bit different for that one. The men's soccer senior night ceremonies will take place before that game. And we'll bring you that action here at Stretch Internet. So a look at those Sun Conference standings as we head into the championship for the Sun Conference play this weekend. Kaiser and Southeastern on top with 9-1 records. The number 1 seed will be determined after the conclusion of play today. Thomas is currently in the 3rd seed position. SCAD 4th, USCB 5th, and then you see St. Thomas with a win today. They're currently leading 2-0. Will improve to 500, 5-5 in conference play. And a battle for the 7th and final spot. 3 teams in contention there. That'll be determined by the end of today. Ave Maria, Johnson & Wales, and Warner. The first 6 spots are all clinched already. And as you see, some recent results. Bobcats with a 2-1 win at home against Johnson & Wales. That was followed by a tough 2-1 defeat at Southeastern in Lakeland. You're watching this matchup, the regular season finale against Florida Memorial in that first round of the Sun Conference. Time and location to be announced, but we do know the Bobcats will be playing in the first round, having clinched a position in the conference championships. That'll start on Saturday. The semifinals are slated for Tuesday, November the 8th, 1 week from today, and then Friday, November the 11th, the championship finale. And there's always a banquet the night before the finale when the conference awards are handed out. All conference teams along with individual awards. Want to remind everyone about the new grand opening of the official online store of St. Thomas University, stubobcatsgear.com. I'm telling you, Bobcat fans, you got to check this out. stubobcatsgear.com. Bookmark it. Take your time with it and order all your favorite Bobcat gear. Brands such as Adidas, Columbia, Under Armour, personalized jerseys. So if you want to get your name on the back of a St. Thomas University jersey, or you got a favorite uniform number, you can create that. There's also specifically branded items, t-shirts and the like for individual teams. Everything you can imagine on there, from pet supplies to golf items to clothing, phone covers and skins, all sorts of collectibles. I hope you enjoy the new online store. It's something we've been trying to make happen for a long time here at St. Thomas University. Nice turn there by Torres. And a free kick opportunity for the Bobcats. Lippert Thompson See if she hands it off to Janelle Johnson. She does with a short play there. Velasquez. Velasquez in space. Beautiful conditions here at Bobcat Field. Under blue skies as day begins to turn to night. Hope everyone had a happy and safe Halloween last night. Bobcats women's soccer had a costumed practice. All sorts of interesting looks. For the Bobcats on Halloween, and fun time had by all, and certainly get some work in too, but just got to do it in your costume. That's always an interesting, and it's become popular for the teams to do that. Softball had a scrimmage in costume yesterday. Baseball has an annual Halloween scrimmage. And as an athlete, when you're choosing your costume for those Halloween scrimmages, it's got to be a bit of a dilemma, because you want the coolest, most interesting costume possible, but you also want a little bit of mobility so you can actually play the sport. I've seen some of these baseball players over the years as if they're in a straitjacket trying to play center field because of their costume. Sometimes even more than one player involved in a single costume, and can't really cover much ground if you're weighed down by a costume, not to mention if you have a mask on where you can barely see out of the eye slits. That being said, it looked like everything was very much under control last night for the Halloween scrimmages around campus. Now 38 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the second half. Bobcats lead 2-1. Bobcats have clinched a position in the Sun Conference Championship. And probably the number one priority is get through this match healthy and prepared for the Sun Conference Championships, which begin Saturday. And as we spoke about, you win those Sun Conference Championships, you go to the national tournament. And that very much the priority at the moment, but got to get through the rest of this half and would like to do it with a win. The Bobcats leading 2-1. Now 37 minutes, 30 seconds to play in regulation. Men's soccer to follow this women's match, same two schools. Bobcats men will have a chance to win the regular season conference championship as Malone tees off on that ball, ends up wide. Goal kick for the Lions. Nice turn there by Placide. Placide sends the long ball. Johnson heads it back to Garwaki. Here's Anna Para. She's marked by Torres. Throw in Bobcats. Now 36 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the second half. Here comes the Lions on the attack. Bobcats are back defensively. Johnson took care of business there. Gordon. Operating in space finds Para. Here's Lipper Thompson. She finds Malone on the left wing, but a little too much on that ball. It'll be a throw in for the Lions. .34 minutes, 40 seconds to play here in the second half as the senior Andreina Safantes checks back in.
Your attention, please. Substitution for the Bobcats. Number 3. Back in, Andreina Cifontes.
Great to see Zelda Jagrid, a celebrating senior, up here in the broadcast area with a quick visit. Under 33 minutes to play in this matchup between the Lions and the Bobcats. Bobcats lead 2-1. Bobcats goals both happened in the first half. Lipper Thompson off an Anna Para assist, as well as a goal by Claudia Vila. Lipper Thompson finds Safantes, a beautiful move by the senior Safantes. You notice Safantes, who checked back in, is playing a much more attacking position, a forward position perhaps, and she has played forward before, but I think the idea here is to get the senior a goal on her final night at Bobcat Field. Velasquez finds Banks. Banks in heavy traffic. Plays it back to Velasquez. She was looking for either Gordon or Lipper Thompson there. Avila hands it off to Gordon. Lipper Thompson finds Gordon. Nice move by Gordon, cutting towards the goal area. But the Florida Memorial goalkeeper scoops it up. Gordon finding Banks. Banks with a pretty move. Her kick sails wide. Lippert Thompson heads it ahead to Gordon. It'll be a throw-in for the Bobcats as Claudia Vila pushes up to handle that. Watch out for Cefantes on the far side, lurking on that far post area. Another throw in for the Bobcats, now under 30 minutes to play as Courtney Hinden checks in with the scorers table. Here's Stephanie Martin playing it back to Garwaki.
Substitution for the Bobcats, number 25.
And here's Courtney Hinden checking in. She'll replace Amanda Gordon. So Hinden with some fresh legs. Playing on the left side. Martin. Johnson finds Cefantes, brought down nicely by Cefantes. Then a nice little step over move and a pretty pass to Lippert Thompson. Bobcats under the direction of head coach Michelle Smith, recently named the Sun Conference's Coach of Character for her outstanding leadership and mentorship of these Bobcats. All sorts of community service activity around the South Florida area, always giving back, and congratulations to Michelle Smith on that honor. And we mentioned it before, one of her former players, Maria Mora from the 2008 class here at St. Thomas, is the coach of Florida Memorial. Lions very much in this match, down just a goal. As that piece of offense is halted by Avila. See the Bobcat men's soccer team starting to arrive here at the STU soccer fields. Huge match for them tonight. They can win the regular season championship with a victory tonight over Florida Memorial. But we got a ways to go till that's all settled. First things first, women's soccer that you're watching right now, St. Thomas leading Florida Memorial 2-1, now 27 minutes to play in this second half. Lions were trying to get Scobino, the native of Buenos Aires, going along that right side. Avila has very much kept her in check this evening. Here's Chelsea Trost. Trost finds Cefantes. Cefantes with a pretty move. Cefantes double teamed and then taken down to the ground. It'll be a foul on the Lions. Placide with the foul. And the Bobcats will get a free kick. And this will be Janelle Johnson. Always interesting when Johnson takes one of these free kicks. Can go many directions, and I would call her even a threat to score even from this distance, but she's going to send it into the goal area. scorekeepers discussing whether that was a shot or not by Janelle Johnson. The cardinal rule, if you're a soccer statistician, is to try to ascertain what was the intent. Was she trying to score from that distance or trying to set up a teammate? I tend to believe Johnson was trying to set up a teammate there. It just ended up into the hands of the Florida Memorial goalkeeper.
Substitution.
As Kylie
Bobcats number 5, Kylie Bracek.
Bracek checks in.
She replaces number 4, Karina Velasquez.
Bracek relieves Karina Velasquez, who got the start in the second half. Maya Banks with the corner. Safantes just all over the field, now on the left side. And it looks like the captain, Safantes, has settled in that left wing position. Hinden switching to right wing. Martin contested that from Torres, but it ended up to Scobino after all. Lipper Thompson did a nice job of recovering from the midfield with the help defense. Now under 24 minutes to play in regulation, Bobcats 2, Florida Memorial 1. As the sun begins to set here at Bobcat Field, the lights have been turned on. Do want to give a shout out and a thank you to the Miami FC who made these lights possible. And glad to have with us a special guest, the voice of the Bobcats. You hear him, those PA announcements for Bobcat sporting events. Luis Perez. Luis, great to have you with us here at the broadcast.
Thanks, Phil. Just ventured upstairs. You know, we're about to be in between two matchups here. We have a fantastic day, a beautiful day to have both the women and the men. Men, I mean, not to look ahead, but go.
As an opportunity there for the Lions, Rosas with a shot on goal saved by Garwaki.
The men with the opportunity, again, not to look ahead. I know we're watching the women's match right now, but the men, an exciting day for them, a win, and they host. Correct, Phil?
Well, it's a little more complicated than that these days. The win will secure a regular season championship, and they'll actually get a bye in the first round. They'll host a semifinal match, and then it's the highest seed remaining to host from that point forward if they win tonight. There's a bunch of teams all bunched up at the very top of those men's standings, so really we need the entire Sun Conference schedule to play out to know exactly who's where. But with a win tonight, the Bobcats will capture the regular season championship, be the #1 seed in the Sun Conference tournament. But it's a round-by-round decision as far as who hosts, depending on the higher seed.
Got it.
But Lewis, you've done a lot of these senior day or senior night now that we have the lights ceremonies. As another opportunity here for the Lions. Lions just one goal down, and Bobcats able to recover there. Done a lot of these senior day and senior night ceremonies. It's got to be fun for you as the PA announcer to see the family and friends and see the seniors who we see as freshmen get here, round out their careers.
Well, it's getting to that point now in my career here at St. Thomas. This is it'll be number 9 once baseball season starts for us, because obviously I started in spring of 2009, and 2008. It's kind of start going by real quick after a while. But you start seeing classes come in and come out, and there's people that just stick to your heart. It's more than just athletics, and we all know this. You fall in love with the sport, but you fall in love with the people around it as well. And it's bittersweet. Obviously, you see these student athletes go, but then you see them a couple years later down the line, and they're coaching or they're working in some type of field that they studied in here at St. Thomas, and some of them even go on to play professionally. Like if you're looking at the women's soccer here, obviously Poviones comes to mind and the success that she's had, and that's and it's throughout all athletics. You got Jerry Downs, obviously Jose Gomez, so on and so forth. A lot of gals and guys who have their senior days, and you see them in the future, and they're doing well, and they wear St. Thomas. Let that go out. They wear St. Thomas colors throughout, and everybody recalls them as a Bobcat, and that's pretty cool to see as well.
Yeah, as Antonia Gonzalez gets set to check in, she will head into the match as Chelsea Tross steps off Claudia Vila with the throw-in. And once these seniors graduate, they'll be part of a group that you and I are, which is alumni of St. Thomas University, and that connection goes on and on. No matter what degree you end up getting.
Yeah, they feed it to you as undergrad here. As there's a lot of people in this sports, especially the sports industry, that go to St. Thomas, and you, for lack of a better phrase, you drink the Kool-Aid and you just believe it, but you don't work in the industry, therefore you kind of just believe what the professors say. But then when you get out there, you actually see that it's 100% true, and it honestly should be tattooed on the forehead of Dr. Bell and Abernathy and everybody who's involved in the SPOAD sports administration major. Literally, the sports market, especially down here in South Florida and the Southeast, it is just full of St. Thomas alumni. And it's not just coaching, it's the people that work behind the scenes in sports, and even into the world of broadcasting, like you've sprinkled in as well, Phil. Obviously, your work with ESPN, especially with the college football on an every other Saturday basis, it seems like, with you, Phil, and you fly out and you do your stuff with them, and it's just interesting to see that it's not just the sport itself, it's all involved in the sport. You have Sean Flynn, who's now with the Miami FC. You have a lot of people just all around in athletics, and I'm sure you know the list even longer, as we like to call it, the Mount Rushmore. Well, there's a Mount Rushmore, there's a top four, but there is so much more tumbling rocks, if you will, from the Mount Rushmore that are worth mentioning.
Yeah, we could do a whole show on this, Lewis, frankly, as far as the success of St. Thomas University Sports Administration alumni. Myself, as you mentioned, along with our athletic director, Laura Courtley Todd, are alums. Our coaching staff is full of alums.
Both coaches, former Bobcats, in this matchup right now.
That's right. Maria Mora of the Lions, a 2008 member of that class and former player of Michelle Smith. But the sports administration program, hey, if any of the listeners out there have high school children or friends who are looking to get into the sports industry, there's no place better than St. Thomas University, as there's an offsides called on the Bobcats to get your foot into the door into the world of sports. And then once you're in that door, the alumni connections are so widespread and so loyal to St. Thomas University Sports Administration alums that they take care of each other. We'll be honoring one of them, Al Vila, the general manager of the Detroit Tigers, at the annual Stone Crab Dinner coming up. The list goes on and on. Andy Ellisberg, the general manager of the Miami Heat. Paul Maneri, the head baseball coach of LSU. And like you said, just hundreds, if not thousands, of people behind the scenes with exciting careers, and ones you might not see in front of the camera at any point, but have made dreams a reality of having a job and a career in the world of sports. And I'll tell you, there's something about sports. It's a lot of work to put in if you work in the sports industry. However, there's something to be said for having a labor of love and waking up every morning excited about what you do. As there's an opportunity there for Courtney Hinden. She was looking for a Maya Banks there, scooped up by the Lions goalkeeper. But Lewis, just want to publicly thank you for all you do and all your loyalty to St. Thomas University. You're a popular man around town. Everybody wants you on their microphones, and you still find time to get a lot of St. Thomas University Bobcat sporting events in, and I can't tell you how much we appreciate that. So love to have you here, and certainly for these senior nights and senior days, I know it means a lot to the student athletes who are celebrating their senior nights as well to have you on the mic. So thanks for all you do, Lewis.
I mean, the reason I keep coming back is because this place is home. Obviously, there's other gigs that you know take me out of St. Thomas athletics, from a full-time basis, if you will, and I just, like you said earlier, the alumni base is strong, and it's very much true. And it doesn't even have to be direct alumni.
As Martin was trying to find one of her teammates there with that corner kick.
You have people that have worked with an alumni, and that softens it up. And the reason I bring that up is obviously my work at FIU. Without St. Thomas, I don't get those. I don't get those gigs. And then FIU's relations, and then someone else comes around, and so on and so forth. And next thing you know, I just have a bunch of clients, if you will, that hire me to announce. But it all starts at St. Thomas. Without Laura Courtley Todd in 2008. And Coach Perez trusting me his first year here at St. Thomas, which seems so long ago, to announce his games, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be at where I'm at right now. And it's like any other career. You start off, it's a little tough, but now it's gotten to a point in my career where I'm making a living doing it, and it's fantastic. But again, it started off here at St. Thomas. It started off here with Perez and the baseball team, and that's why I don't think it's not a secret on campus. My love is St. Thomas baseball, and I think everybody knows that. But there's a reason for it,
Yeah, understandable. But you certainly spread yourself around. You were calling the women's basketball game last night. You're here tonight, and again, many thanks for that. As the Lions had a free kick opportunity here, and now are controlling the ball on the Bobcat side of the field. St. Thomas is leading 2-1. There's 13 minutes left on the clock in this regular season finale for both these teams.
I'm going to tell you what, going back here to this, I'm going to miss one senior for one athletic ability, a booming kick of Janelle Johnson. I mean, that is just, if there was a way, if you had to put something on a poster or sell this on an advertisement, STU women's soccer, who else would you use but that booming kick? I mean, I understand Anna Parra and the longevity there and how long she's been around and what she's meant to this team. But as far as that wow factor, Janelle Johnson, the wow factor, this is the last time you're going to see it here on Bobcat Fields.
Yeah, it's really exceptional. We like to call it up here in the broadcast area the cannon.
Rightfully so.
And she can fire away from virtually any spot on the field and has scored some gorgeous goals this season using that cannon. As the Lions are deep into the Bobcat territory here, 12 minutes and 15 seconds to play.
It's an effortless cannon as well. It just seems to bounce off her foot like it was like one of those super bouncy balls that you put 50 cents in the machine and it just comes out. She makes a soccer ball seem like that.
As the Lions set up for a corner kick here, again, 7 seniors were honored at halftime this evening as the clock ticks under 12 minutes to play here in this second half, and the Bobcats still have to stay on their P's and Q's and defend here. Don't want to head into the Sun Conference tournament with any sort of negativity and need to get this win tonight.
And Phil nursing a 1-goal lead right now. Obviously, everybody's thinking about our goalie, Garwacki. What a season for Garwacki. They call her a spider monkey, I think it's it's the other way around. Clutch.
That's right.
Got it.
The
Olivia
Spider
Monkey
is actually the freshman, Olivia Waller from
go.
Sweden. The two of them have had outstanding seasons, really splitting the load at the goalkeeper position. Olivia Waller, the other goalkeeper for the Bobcats, won the Sun Conference Defensive Player of the Week honor not too long ago. Garwacki getting the nod tonight. And the two of them have been fantastic all season, as has the Bobcat defense. The Bobcat defense this season has been particularly stout. Safantes, Johnson, who has played up front as well, but when she's back there, Claudia Vila, they've been outstanding. Stephanie Martin, and have really kept the Bobcats in most every game this season. And we were talking earlier how the conference tournament really represents a brand new season and a new opportunity beginning Saturday for this team. And even though they are the number 6 seed going into that tournament, anything's possible. We've seen it in sports around here. We see it in softball
All
quite
the
a
time.
bit,
All the
where head
They're
coach
better off
Jeff
as a lower
Norman-
seed as they are as a higher seed over in
yeah,
softball.
it sounds counterintuitive, but you can sneak up on teams and you get hot at the right moment, and next thing you know, you're winning a championship and heading to the NAIA national tournament. And that'll be the intention of this team beginning Saturday, and we'll be following them every minute of the way.
Phil, what's going to be interesting is obviously the season.
As an offsides call there on the Lions. Nice job by that Bobcat defense holding their line and causing that offsides.
We had to pack all these games at the end of the season, obviously extending the end of the season due to the hurricane. It's going to be interesting to see how it translates from jumping right into conference play instead of having your prototypical, couple days off leading into that. Do you think that's going to play a factor, not only for St. Thomas, but for everybody involved who doesn't have a bye?
Well, certainly soccer's a sport where rest is at a premium. You hear the coaches talk all the time how critical it is for these bodies to recover of these athletes. And I think there's enough time that everything's going to be just fine. It's Tuesday. The conference tournament begins Saturday, so that leaves you 3 full days of rest before the conference tournament, and then things are spaced out, with the semifinals on Tuesday and the finals next week on Friday. So there's plenty of time. I think everything's going to be good. The Bobcats have fought through a couple injuries this season. One of the seniors who was recognized tonight, Zelda Shagrid, has missed, the whole year. But looks like this group right here is ready to go, and come Saturday, we'll begin that Sun Conference Championship play. As a nice opportunity there off the corner kick is defended by the Lions. Actually, that was a free kick deep in corner territory. This will be a corner by Avila.
Looks like goalie is down for
And we
Flomo.
have an injury, the Florida Memorial goalkeeper. So athletic trainer on the case, and the clock is stopped with 8 minutes, 26 seconds to play. So, Lewis, tell the listeners a little bit where else they can catch you around South Florida. I know you're going to be here on campus, doing an event involving some high schools. Fill us in on that, as well as where else folks can catch you.
It's a long list. How much time do you have?
Well, start with the event this weekend,
Okay.
of course.
So the High School Baseball Network, they're more of a local product, more of I would say central to South Florida product, where they try to give exposure to the best high school players in the respective areas. They're going to have a showcase aspect and home run derby. Friday, home run derby. Saturday, they're going to have a showcase. And then Sunday, they're going to have that here, by the way. And then Sunday, they're going to take it to Mark Light over at University of Miami and have all-star games in different age groups. And so that's going to be a weekend event. The very next weekend, I actually be going to Texas, the Rangers ballpark, and announcing the Power Showcase, the Home Run Derby, over in Texas. And the qualifiers from there, the winners, should I say, would advance to the World Qualifiers in Marlins Park, and that's going to be in the last week of December leading into New Year's. Speaking of, I guess, baseball season all around, I mean, you can catch me in Florida Christian baseball. They've been really great with me. Chris Brigman and that crew, they're one of those that caught me early in my career, and I've been pretty loyal to them, which is something I try to do. Is whoever caught me early in the career, I try to be as loyal as possible. So they're definitely one. And obviously, my full-time job during the daytime is teaching TV production and media design over at Hialeah Gardens, and then they give me their athletic schedule, and they ask me what I can and cannot do. And then ultimately, FIU and their conference tournaments and all they host, and FIU hosts numerous events, even more than just their athletic schedule, but obviously FIU football, which gives me a little exposure in D1 football, which is nice, and it's fun, it's different, it's a script, it's about an encyclopedia long, and that's always interesting. And you're messing with obviously with marketing and a higher level of expectations there, and the whole athletics over there at FIU. Honestly, I can go on and on and on about the different people that Miami Central football, forgot about them. They just went on a run of going to 6 consecutive state finals, and I've been there for every last one of them. And this year they missed the playoffs for the first time in, I think, 23 years, they were saying. And
as the Bobcats on the attack again there, and another corner kick opportunity. Do want to mention, it looks like goalkeeper for the Lions, Maria Quezcameti from Buenos Aires, Argentina, looks okay. She was attended by the athletic trainer, and we are back and running now. 7 minutes and 20 seconds to play. Bobcats leading 2-1. Well, you're a busy man, Lewis, no doubt about it. And again, from all of us at St. Thomas University Athletics, thanks for making time for the Bobcats.
No doubt. All thanks to you guys. And Phil, Laura, obviously, big movers and shakers in what's been my career. So that's all thanks to you guys. I'm here. I'm here, and I keep coming back for a reason.
No doubt about it. Well, we appreciate that. And as there's an offsides call there against the Bobcats, Bobcats were probing into the penalty box area there, but offsides the call. Florida Memorial free kick as the two men's teams begin warming up in the practice field behind us. And that men's game will follow. The men's soccer senior ceremony, which we'll cover live here on Stretch Internet, will be prior to the men's game. The women's senior ceremony was during halftime, a great affair with all sorts of family and friends on site. And again, just want to mention those 7 seniors. Number 3, Andreina Cefantes. Number 5, Amaya Banks. Number 10, Zelda Jagred. Number 12, Janelle Johnson. As Amaya Banks, one of those seniors on the attack there, but the Lions are able to stop her. Number 12, Janelle Johnson. Number 15, Claudia Vila. Number 22, Anna Parra. Number 24, Stephanie Martin. Congratulations to the St. Thomas University Women's Soccer 2016 senior class as Garwaki clears it out. And you can see the Florida Memorial team playing with a little more sense of urgency here as the minutes continue to
Phil, over here in St. Thomas, we're all in on the Champions of Character slogan. And how about a champion of character in the senior Zelda? She has, obviously, she had her injury. And a lot of athletes, understandably, would just take that, crumble, and that's it, right? But Zelda has been the top cheerleader for this team. You see her around campus. You see her around the athletic department. It's just a smile on her face. And she gets it. She gets it. It's a lot more than soccer. And does it suck that you cannot do your last year as a Bobcat here? Obviously, Phil, we know that. We know that. But how about the grace and just Zelda being exactly the definition of that, a champion of character, always a helping hand with the athletic department, always a helping hand with her team, and just being out here and having such a positive attitude in what is honestly, by definition, a really bad break for Zelda.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'll echo those sentiments entirely. Zelda Jagred's just been an outstanding student athlete here in her 4 years. As an opportunity there, just missing on the far post. Scobino on the attack for the Lions and was looking for the equalizer there as we click down towards 4 minutes. Zelda does so much behind the scenes too that the average fan might not realize. She works and the Fernandez Family Center, helping around there. She does all sorts of community service, an outstanding student in the classroom as well. And like you said, from a character standpoint, to be able to take a leadership position with a season-ending, a college career-ending injury, basically, and still be there every step of the way for these Bobcats has been sensational. And if any of her family or friends all the way back in Sweden is listening right now, just want to let you know that she has done a tremendous job here, and I am confident that whatever she decides to do later in life, she's going to be very successful at it. And wanted to mention, too, I don't know all the details, but I know she's very close to the other Swedes, the underclassmen who are here, Sarah Lipper-Thompson and Olivia Waller, and they have created a Swedish pipeline of sorts coming all the way from the other side of the world. I can't think of a place too much different than
a lot
Miami,
of pipes
Florida.
being laid down for that pipeline to be.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't. Got to cross part of the Arctic Ocean, to get here. But they've had a great experience, the Swedes this season and their entire career, and certainly Zelda. When a student athlete like Sarah Lipper-Thompson or Olivia Waller gets here all the way from Sweden, it's got to be a little intimidating to come, all the way across the globe to a place like Miami to go to college. And Zelda's been right there, a big sister type role to say, hey, everything's cool. I got you covered. Let me show you the way around. And that sort of friendship and leadership is just priceless. So just want to echo your thoughts on the outstanding career of Zelda Jagred. As a shot on goal there by the Bobcats, Anna Para still battling hard, and so we'll say goodbye to Luis Perez. Thanks for stopping by the broadcast, and we'll be listening to your pipes for the men's soccer game and as this one winds down. Thanks a lot, Luis.
Thank you very much, guys.
So that was Luis Perez, voice of the Bobcats. You hear him on the public address system, including tonight's Senior Day activity as the minutes tick away on this 2016 regular season. Bobcats still with a 2-1 lead. Florida Memorial's actually outscored the Bobcats 1-0 here in the second half. Bobcats got both their goals in the first half. Sarah Lipper-Thompson as well as Claudia Vila. Anna Para assisted on that Lipper-Thompson goal. And on senior night, the Bobcats with the 2-1 lead as we are under a minute to play, and Janelle Johnson playing it forward. Amaya Banks, so senior to senior here. Are we going to have some final minute fireworks for the Bobcats? Amaya Banks fires away. It hits the side of the net. Those two seniors covered a lot of ground quickly as Johnson brought it across and then fed Amaya Banks. We're down to 25 seconds to play. And offsides will be the call, so the Bobcats with another free kick, and the Bobcats will walk away on a positive note to end this regular season, moving up to 500 in conference play. The Bobcats will improve to 5-5 in the Sun Conference, 10-6 overall as the seconds tick down. Florida Memorial will fall to 1-8-1 in Sun Conference play, 2-10-1 overall, as another example of that champions of character spirit here in the Sun Conference and the NAIA, as the two teams shake hands, and we will start getting ready for men's soccer here under the lights as the balloons fly and the celebration will continue post-game for the Bobcats and those 7 seniors. So once again, congratulations to the senior class: Safantes, Banks, Jagred, Johnson, Avila, Para, Martin. And congratulations to the Bobcats on another successful regular season. They have clinched a spot in the Sun Conference Championship Tournament, which begins Saturday. Location and time to be announced. Stay tuned to stubobcats.com for all that information as the Sun Conference Tournament will come into shape tomorrow. And the Bobcats close the 2016 season with a win, a 2-1 win over the Florida Memorial Lions. Goals by Sarah Lipper-Thompson and Claudia Vila. Anna Para with the assist on the Lippert Thompson goal on a glorious senior night for the STU Bobcats. Congratulations to Florida Memorial as well, and the debut season of Maria Mora, a St. Thomas University alumna and former player of head coach Michelle Smith, on her debut season with the Lions. So the Bobcats will walk away with a win here and get ready for conference play beginning Saturday. We will turn over to the men's soccer channel for that action, including a senior day ceremony prior to that game. Men's soccer, Florida Memorial against St. Thomas, coming up next here on Stretch Internet. Go to your homepage and check out the men's soccer channel for that. So for Troy, for John, for Luis Perez, and everyone who made tonight possible for St. Thomas University women's soccer senior night, I'm Phil DeMontmollin. Your final score for the final time, St. Thomas 2, Florida Memorial 1. Good night. All right, you're watching final warm-ups between Florida Memorial and St. Thomas as we ready for a senior night presentation for the Bobcats senior class. St. Thomas University men's soccer. 9 seniors will be honored tonight for the Bobcats, and we'll tell you all about those gentlemen throughout tonight's broadcast. A huge match for St. Thomas. With a win tonight, the Bobcats will win the regular season Sun Conference Championship and be the #1 seed, which earns them a bye in the first round for the Sun Conference tournament, which begins this weekend. And we will turn it over to PA announcer Luis Perez as we honor the men's soccer senior class for 2016.
Graduating class for your SCU men's soccer.
As the senior class is honored here at St. Thomas University. And we will now head into the announcing of the starting lineups as these two squads. A real quick turnaround after the women's game. The Lions trying to get their final warm-ups in. Bobcat women won 2-1 over Florida Memorial earlier. And again, a huge opportunity for the Bobcat men's soccer team tonight. With a win tonight, the Bobcats will win the regular season championship. Bobcats on a 6-match undefeated streak. 5 wins and 1 tie, and have not lost a match since September 25th, looking to get that streak going. Florida Memorial hot as well at the end of this regular season. They started 1-4, now 4-1-1 in their last 6. So 2 hot ball clubs here facing off in an opportunity for the Bobcats to win the regular season championship. And we'll turn it back over to public address announcer Luis Perez for the lineup introduction and the start of tonight's game.
This time, ladies and gentlemen, let's give you today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Lions from Florida Memorial University. Facundo Torres. Number 4, Julio Vega. Number 7, Hernan Luis Liboranze. Number 8, Martin Lozano. Number 13, Arns Karanai. Number 19, Marco Tejeda. Number 20, Kevin Guillen. Number 24, Luis Martinez. Number 25, Max Grenfeld. And number 28, Julian Condivi. The starting goalkeeper is number 0, Alejandro Curti. The head coach of the Lions is Edir Pavon, assisted by Pablo Teminino. Ladies and gentlemen, the visiting Lions from Florida Memorial University. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your number 1 seed, the St. Thomas University Bobcats. Number 2, Vicente Morata. Number 6, Bruno Archie. Number 7, Chris Wilkinson. Number 8, Zachary Berkman. Number 11, Chris Valdez. Number 17, Abraham Babas. Number 18, Pablo Gil. Number 20, Frank Long. Number 23, Arthur Sherpa. Number 27, Harry Monette. And the goalkeeper is number 32, Connor Quick.
So final team huddle for the Bobcats here on senior night, and a very business-like approach even through that senior night ceremony. All business for the Bobcats tonight, who have a regular season championship at stake here. And with a win, we'll do exactly that. A very crowded top of the Sun Conference standings, and we'll see how it all shakes out when the day ends. But the Bobcats are in position to win. And you see right there, Bobcats ahead of Thomas, Kaiser, SCAD, and Southeastern. But you see how bunched up they all are. On the top of that Sun Conference standings. And we are underway here at Bobcat Field. Bobcats controlling the possession. 9 seniors were honored before the game. Vicente Morata, Hector Mena, Brano Erdi, Chris Wilkinson, Fabian Heinrich, Federico Morinel, Chris Geraldo, Nico Sabansky, and Juan Zambrano. And there's one of those seniors with the throw-in here for the Bobcats as we're in the first minute of play between the Bobcats and the Lions. Bobcats 6-1-1 in the Sun Conference and have a 6-match undefeated streak. Have not lost since September the 25th, and it's November 1st. Oh, Erdi with the throw-in. Long throw-in to Sharapov in the corner. He finds Chris Valdez. Erdi with a strong tackle there. It'll be a throw-in for the Lions. Martin Lozano hit the ground, and a foul will be called on the Bobcats. And Lozano, along with his teammate Maximiliano Schenfeld, will set up this set play. And Schenfeld, the senior from Santiago, Chile, as the Bobcats defense holds the Lions at the 18-yard line. And then opportunity there for the Lions, but unable to convert. Harry Molyneux clears it away for the Bobcats. Abraham Bibas up ahead to Pablo Gill. Here's Chris Wilkinson. He found Gill. Gill with the full volley ends up in the soccer or softball field. As we're 3.5 minutes in to this Sun Conference battle between Florida Memorial and St. Thomas. This is one sport that when these two teams, neighboring schools, get together, it is usually an intense affair. As we'll see if there's a call there. No call. So a lot of the Bobcat faithful wanted a foul in the box there that would have resulted in a penalty kick, but no foul to call. As we are in the 5th minute of play here in the first half, scoreless between the Lions and the Bobcats, as there's a foul on the Lions. Bibas gets up under his own power, and Bobcats will have a set-piece opportunity here. Chris Wilkinson will do the honors. Sharapo, Valdez, Molyneux, Gill, Bibas, all in that scoring area. Nicely played there by Bergman. And St. Thomas will remain in possession. And there's an injured player on the field for the Florida Memorial Lions. And looks like he will get up on his own power. No athletic trainer needed. And hopefully we'll get back to action here shortly. Head referee blows his whistle. We are back under play. Under 40 minutes to play in this first half. Just over 5 minutes have elapsed. Still scoreless. Both teams with one shot thus far. As here's an opportunity for Chris Wilkinson from the left side. Tries the left foot there, blocked by the Lions. And back the other way comes Florida Memorial. Martinez switches fields. And it'll be a throw-in for the Lions. 6 minutes have now elapsed. No score. Each team with a shot. Handful of foul calls already. It'll remain Florida Memorial ball on the far side with a throw-in. As 7 minutes have elapsed. Still scoreless here at Bobcat Field under the lights. Under 35 minutes to play here in this first half. Still scoreless between the Bobcats and the Lions. As Christie controls that and rolls the ball out to Erdy, one of those seniors. Now 34 minutes to play here in this opening half. Still scoreless. Both teams feeling each other out. Murata. And a stoppage by the head referee. And a warning there for both players. Little extracurricular activity. Here's Wilkinson with the turn. So throw-in for the Bobcats, getting deeper now in Florida Memorial territory. Erdy will find Sharapov. Cleared out by the Lions, and an offsides will be called on Peretta. Now 28 minutes, 45 seconds left in this first half. Erdy with the throw in there, finding Gill, but a foul will be called. It'll be a free kick for the Lions. Federico Bloomberg, he sends it back to Carinard. This is Bloomberg. Firing away a shot there. Heads into the woods. Bobcat goal kick. Or goalkeeper Connor Christie. Gill heads it back to Erdy. Erdy finds Wilkinson. Wilkinson on the attack. And it'll be a free kick for the Bobcats, and they will set up their offense. Wilkinson with a flick on there to Sharapove. Sharapove fires away. It's blocked by the Lions defender. Vicente Murata on the far side. Here's Sharapove with a nice move. Another step away there by Sharapove, but it'll be a goal kick for the Lions. Under 26 minutes to play. .25 minutes to play in this opening half. Still 0-0. Florida Memorial with 3 shots. St. Thomas with 1. Bobcats with a win tonight will win the regular season Sun Conference Championship. Any other result, all sorts of tiebreakers and scenarios come into play depending on how the rest of the Sun Conference matchups result this evening. Under the lights here at St. Thomas. Pretty much perfect conditions for soccer. In the 70s. Now 24 minutes to play here in this first half. Christie will feed his defender, Harry Molyneux. Bobcats on a 6-match undefeated streak. 5 wins and 1 tie, have not lost since September 25th. And a corner kick will be rewarded to the Lions. Setting up there for a short corner. Got to keep your eye on that. Firing away there was Bloomberg. Unable to connect. And it'll go back to the Bobcats with the goal kick for Christie. 22 minutes, 20 seconds to play in this opening half. Still scoreless between these two local rivals, Florida Memorial and St. Thomas. Under the lights here at the STU soccer fields. First season under the lights for the Bobcats, thanks to a generous donation by the Miami FC. As a foul there. And the referee is going to assess a yellow card on the hard foul by Chris Valdez. Maximiliano Schenfeld, the senior from Santiago, Chile. Looks like he's going to be okay, but the yellow card against Valdez. Here come the Lions on the attack. And result in another goal kick for Connor Christie. He's been busy with these goal kicks tonight. Wilkinson finds Erdy. Looking for Chris Valdez, and Valdez has an opening up the left wing here. Valdez found Gill, finds Bergman. Bergman stepping up, getting part of the offense here. Nice tackle there by Chris Wilkinson, but Florida Memorial regains possession. And on the attack here is Peretta. Here's Guillen. All sorts of activity in front of the Bobcats goal mouth, and there's an injured Bobcat. Frank Long with 19:12 to play here in this first half. The Bobcats and the Lions still scoreless, and looks like Long is going to attempt to continue to play. He takes his position on the front post for the corner kick by the Lions. Here's the corner. And it'll be a pushing foul on the Lions, so it'll be a free kick for the Bobcats. Erdy with the throw in for the Bobcats. Still scoreless here. 18 minutes left in this first half. Sharapov down the left wing. He crosses it in. Lions are there defensively. Cleared out. And Lions regain possession. Guillen. And a foul is called. Actually, it'll be a throw-in for the Bobcats. Erdy once again. And Bobcats continue to make their way into Lions territory. Now a deeper throw-in for Erdy. And even a few yards deeper goes Erdy. So 3 consecutive throw-ins along this left side by the senior Erdy. And now a long throw-in, the effect of a corner kick there, but nobody home for the Bobcats. And Florida Memorial will regain possession. Now 17 minutes to play here in this opening half. 0-0. And Hector Mena, senior from Reno, Nevada. I need to talk to Hector Mena about Reno, Nevada. I was there a couple weeks ago for a college football game and got to experience his hometown. The beautiful Lake Tahoe area where Mena transferred in from Lake Tahoe College. One of the more beautiful parts of the United States. But Hector Mena now entering this match and see if he can provide an offensive spark for the Bobcats. Chris Wilkinson on the attack. Tackled by the Lions defender. Defended very tightly there. And Harry Molyneux creates another throw-in for Erdy. If he kept stats for throw-ins, Erdy would definitely be the leader tonight. He's had a ton of them here on this left side. Here's Sharapov on the move. There's Mena with those fresh legs. You can see the speed of Hector Mena. And here's Mena with the ball. Bergman. Vicente Murata, senior on that far side. Under 15 minutes to play in this first half, still scoreless. Tackled there nicely by Erdy, and then a beautiful move by Erdy. Here's Erdy on the move. Pablo Gill getting involved as well. Erdy with another throw-in. Trying to find Sharapov, but has the same effect as that last sequence where we move on down the left side via the throw-in. Bergman was looking far post for a attacking teammate, but nobody home. So 14 minutes to play here in this second half. Still scoreless here. Fairly even first half. Lions with 3 shots, Bobcats with 1. As we tick down to 13 minutes left in this first half. And a throw in for the Bobcats. Deep in their own territory. Frank Long defending for the Bobcats on that far side. And moving up the field via the throw in once again are the Bobcats. Bobcats in the navy jerseys, the white numbers. Lions in the orange and white jerseys with the white numbers. Now a issue on the far side. And a red card has been assessed against the Bobcats. So the Bobcats will have to play a man down. Pablo Gill gets the red card and will have to leave the playing area with 11:44 to play in this first half. So the Bobcats will have to play with 10 players. Tough to tell what happened exactly, being on the far side of the field. But bottom line is, red card against the Bobcats. St. Thomas a man down in this oh-so-important match where the Bobcats with a win can win the regular season Sun Conference Championship. And Bobcats will have to do it a man down. Switching fields there. Here's Bloomberg taken away by Chris Valdez. Valdez came out of virtually nowhere for that interception. Here's Wilkinson with the turn. Wilkinson across midfield. Dangerous opportunity there for the Lions defense. They're able to clear it, and here comes Erdy. Ronnie Lukamaki, the sophomore from Helsinki, Finland, has checked in at the scores table. He's ready to check in. Florida Memorial sending some reinforcements as well. And at the next stoppage, we'll see some substitutions. Now under 10 minutes to play in this first half. No score. Bobcats a man down after the red card. Collected by Connor Christie, so Lions unable to get any offense going on that attack. Now 9 minutes and 12 seconds to play in this first half, scoreless here at Bobcat Field under the lights. Hector Mena on the attack. You can see the speed of Mena. He was looking for a streaking Chris Valdez. Here's Bergman. He was looking for Sharapov. And here come the substitutions. Two players come in for Florida Memorial, Carlos Matias Ledesma and 14, Martin Uristomagni. And for the Bobcats, Roni Lukamaki.
And for the Bobcats, number 9, Ronnie Lukamaki. Replaces number 11, Chris Valdez.
He replaces Chris Valdez. So some fresh legs for the Bobcats as well as the Lions. Now under 8 minutes to play in the first half. Nice piece of possession here by the Bobcats. Murata finds Mena. Cleared away for the Lions, but it'll be a Bobcat throw-in. Just over 7 minutes to play in this opening half. Mena on the attack. No foul called, even though there was contact. Headed back to Connor Christie with the header. He can field that with his hands if he wants it, but he plays it with his foot. Back to his Bobcat teammate. Here comes the Bobcats. Bobcats have actually done a nice job of possession with 10 players here. Sharapov. Here's Wilkinson. Mena. Mena tried to go with the long ball, but the Lions were there. Now 6 minutes, 20 seconds to play in this first half. Still scoreless. Bobcats playing a man down. Erdy with another throw-in. There's Lukamaki, the fresh legs along the left side. Great move there by Ronnie. But the help defense is there for Florida Memorial. Maybe just one too many dribbles there for Ronnie. And now a foul on the Lions. And a set piece opportunity for the Bobcats. Two-man wall set up by the Lions just inside the penalty box as Chris Wilkinson fires into the goal mouth. Bobcats unable to convert, but a nice set-piece opportunity for the Bobcats, who have been holding their own, playing a man down. Now under 5 minutes to play in this opening half. Still scoreless. Mena. A foul will be called on Chris Wilkinson, so free kick for the Lions. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left to play in this opening half. Gorgeous evening here on the first day of November here in Miami Gardens. Lions try to flick on there to Torres down the right side. Well defended by Erdy. Erdy with the long throw-in. Headed away by Carnard. Another long throw-in for Erdy. Sharapov. Nice move by Sharapov. But eventually defended by the Lions. Another throw-in for the Bobcats. Wilkinson gets it in quickly to Erdy. Erdy. His attack intercepted by the Lions, and here come the Lions on a counterattack. It's Schenfeld, and Schenfeld is on the ground hurt after that foul by the Bobcats. And a stoppage of the clock by the head referee. Two minutes, 45 seconds left in this opening half. Maybe a bit of theatrics there by Schenfeld to get the clock stopped. He looks plenty healthy to me now, ready to take this free kick. Bloomberg unable to make anything happen on that offensive challenge by the Lions. We're now down to 2 minutes, 20 seconds to play until halftime. Still scoreless here at Bobcat Field. Bobcats playing a man down after a red card earlier in this half. Mena. Cleared forward there by Frank Long, but back into possession for the Lions as here's Hector Mena with the challenge. Mena find Ronnie, who found Chris Wilkinson. Now 1 minute, 35 seconds to play until halftime. It's really a defensive battle between these two teams so far. Neither team with a real serious shot on goal yet. But here's an opening for the Lions. As we're now at the 1 minute mark in this first half. Lions on the attack again. Bergman was there defensively for the Bobcats. It'll be a corner kick for the Lions as we're now down to 40 seconds to play in this opening half. Bobcats got to remain focused here and defend well off this corner kick as the half comes to a close. Headed out nicely there by the Bobcats defense. Lions are winning the 50-50 balls here, and Bobcats have to continue to play strong defense, and it looks like they're going to get out of this half
9, 8, 7,
alive there on the defensive end.
5, 4,
So as the first half
1, 0.
comes to a close, that's the end of the first half. Your score, St. Thomas 0, Florida Memorial 0.
We're scoreless at halftime.
And we'll be back in a few minutes with the second half on senior night. Bobcats 0, Lions 0. Thanks for watching. we start the second half here at Bobcat Field. Still scoreless between these two squads. Scoreless first half. Bobcats playing with 10 men after a red card in the first half. So the Bobcats will have to get it done with 10 men. And frankly, for those last 15 minutes or so with 10 men, the Bobcats very much held their own, creating some offensive opportunities and certainly held tough on the defensive end. As a free kick now for the Bobcats after the Lions foul. Vicente Murata. Here's an opportunity for the Lions, a point-blank shot, but saved by Connor Christie, the reigning Sun Conference Defensive Player of the Week, coming off that shutout performance in a win at Southeastern. Huge opportunity for the Bobcats tonight. With a win, the Bobcats will win the regular season Sun Conference Championship and will be the number 1 seed and have a bye for that first round of the Sun Conference tournament. But a lot of work still to do here, especially a man down. 42 minutes, 40 seconds to play in the second half. 0-0 your score. Mena finds Wilkinson. Wilkinson sends it to the far end with a cross, and a nice opportunity there for Hector Mena. Mena got a real nice foot on that shot attempt. I'd call that a quality attack there for the Bobcats and Hector Mena, one of the 9 seniors being honored tonight on senior night in his final home regular season game in a Bobcat uniform. We very well could have postseason action here in the Sun Conference Championships. World Series update, the Cubs with a 3-0 lead in the top of the second. Game 6 in Cleveland. Cubs win will go to a Game 7. But back to the action here, where it's scoreless with 40 minutes to play here in this second half. And there's the goal for the Bobcats. Ronnie Lukamaki. A fantastic goal by Ronnie Lukamaki. with 39 minutes and 50 seconds to play. So in the 51st minute, Luka Maki with the goal, and the Bobcats take a 1-0 lead. And if they can hold off the Lions for the rest of this half, will be crowned regular season Sun Conference champions. An injured Bobcat on the field. So the Bobcats now with a 1-0 lead with that goal by Rani Lukamaki from Helsinki, Finland. And the Bobcats 39 minutes and 14 seconds away from a Sun Conference regular season championship. Injured players, senior Vicente Murata, and he's going to be taken off by the St. Thomas University athletic training staff. And with Murata leaving the game due to injury, Abraham Bibas enters the game. The goal by Luka Maki.
Ladies and gentlemen, the St. Thomas goal scored by number 9, Rani Lukamaki. That's his first of the season. Time to go, the 51st minute, 1-0, St. Thomas.
So in the 51st minute, the Bobcats are now 39 minutes away from a regular season Sun Conference championship. Here comes the Bobcats on the attack again. Chris Wilkinson trying to find Hector Mena. Rani Lukamaki, the star of the game thus far, with what might prove to be the game winner if this score holds up. Nice tackle there by the Bobcat defender. Frank Long. So the Bobcats score the goal with just 10 men on the field. And now we'll take a defensive stance. Rani Lukamaki with that goal, giving the Bobcats a 1-0 lead. His first of the season. Crossed there by the Lions, but nobody home. And a goal there, so there's the answer from Florida Memorial. So the equalizer by the Lions. So just like that, in a matter of 3 minutes, the Bobcats' lead is erased.
Florida Memorial goal scored by number 25, Maximiliano Schenfeld.
Goals by Maximiliano Schenfeld. So we're all tied up at 1 goal apiece. So 36-36 to play in regulation, and we have a tie ball game once again. 1-1 your score after that answer by the Lions. Now we have a bit of an issue, might not be entirely on your screen, in the Lions bench area. And it looks like it's all sorted out and we can get back to soccer. So 36 minutes, 36 seconds to play. 1-1 your score. Bobcats took the lead on the Lukamaki goal. And then the Schenfeld goal by the Lions tied us right back up at 1. So the Bobcats have got to make it happen on both ends of the field once again now to see if they can break this deadlock at 1 goal apiece. Now under 36 minutes left in regulation. 1-1 your score. Mena with the offensive pressure. Here come the Lions again. Here's Lozano. Lozano taken away there by Frank Long. Bobcats regroup along the far side. Wilkinson. Check that. Lukamaki played it back and kept possession for the Bobcats for a moment there. It's now a substitution for the Lions, checking in Augustine Hernandez.
Number 16, Augustin Hernandez. He plays number 8, Martin Lozano.
One of 11 players from Argentina for the Lions. They've also got a player from Paraguay as well as Chile and also Venezuela. So 13, check that, 14 players on the Lions roster from South America. Bobcats a very international roster themselves. Finland, Venezuela, Brazil, Sweden, England, Germany, Spain, Canada, the Netherlands, Greece, China, and of course the United States, all represented on the Bobcats roster. But with the heavy Latin American presence on both these rosters, you hear a lot of Spanish on the playing field. Nice opportunity there for the Bobcats, but it will result in a goal kick. For the Lions. Wilkinson. Here's Erdy on the attack. "31 minutes to play in regulation." Under the lights here at Bobcat Field in a critical match for Sun Conference seeding heading into the championship tournament, which begins with an opening round Saturday. The first two seeds in the tournament, in the men's tournament, receive byes in that opening round. Thomas is playing SCAD tonight. Those teams currently sit in second place behind St. Thomas. Nice job there by Connor Christie, getting it done in the air. So the winner of the Thomas SCAD Savannah match will be tied with the Bobcats if this score holds up. As regular season champions. If the Bobcats can somehow win this match tonight, playing with only 10 men, the Bobcats will win the Sun Conference Championship outright. If it is indeed a tie between St. Thomas and either Thomas and SCAD Savannah, first tiebreaker is head-to-head. Thomas defeated St. Thomas, so if Thomas beats SCAD and it's a Thomas University and St. Thomas University tie for first place, Thomas would be the number 1 seed. But the Bobcats did defeat SCAD 2-1 earlier this season, so if SCAD defeats the Nighthawks and it's a SCAD St. Thomas tie, the Bobcats would be the number 1 seed. So we'll try to get you an update from that match before the night's over, so we have some more clarity heading into the Sun Conference Championship. But the cleanest way for this to work out would be a Bobcats win in a outright regular season championship and the number 1 seed and a number 1 seed
getting the bye in that first round of the tournament. Sharapov dishes it off to Wilkinson. Nice little move there by Wilkinson. He finds Mena. Mena with the turn. Finds Wilkinson. A Lions player is down on the ground, but the referee's letting them play on. And now the referee stops the clock. We'll see if, again, this is a matter of theatrics, but here comes the athletic trainer. So we saw some theatrics earlier from the Lions, but this looks like indeed a legitimate injury. And once the trainer goes out, the player will leave the field. Coach will then have an opportunity to either substitute for him, or if he chooses, he can wait till the next stoppage and let that same player re-enter. Looks like there's a substitute ready to go in for Florida Memorial for the injured player. It's going to be Martin Lozano from Coral Springs, a senior. Bobcats celebrated senior night before the game, a very business-like approach to a senior night ceremony with so much on the line in this match. 9 Bobcat seniors, Vicente Murata, majoring in sports administration. He'll receive his degree from the prestigious St. Thomas University Sports Administration program, as will Hector Mena, also a sports administration major. Brano Erdy, majoring in biology. Chris Wilkinson will have his degree in business. Fabian Heinrich and Federico Morinel are international business majors. Chris Gerardo, psychology major. Nico Sobensky will have his degree in business management. And Juan Zambrano, one of the goalkeepers of the Bobcats, also majoring in international business.
Substitution for the Lions.
So,
Martin Lozano replaces number 6, Carlos Matias Ledesma.
So Ledesma hobbles off. Lozano checks in for the Lions. We have 27 minutes, 28 seconds to play. (1-1) still your score. Florida Memorial with 6 shots. The Bobcats with 5. 1-1 your score. Now 27 minutes left to play in regulation. Cross here by the Lions. Handled by Connor Christie. Christie with the big punt. Trying to find Chris Wilkinson on the attack. Mena now. Bicycle kick by the Lions. Didn't really accomplish anything. .25 minutes, 45 seconds left in this second half. 1-1 your score. Bobcats under the direction of head coach Felix Matz. Watts, also a graduate of the St. Thomas University Sports Administration program. He's assisted by former Bobcat player Victor Cortez. Goalkeepers coach is Eric Padilla. He's done a great job this season with both the men's and women's soccer goalkeepers. Connor Christie, the reigning Sun Conference Defensive Player of the Week, and on the women's side, Olivia Waller, who Padilla coaches as well, won that award earlier this season. Sharapov brings it down. Nice piece of control there by Sharapov. The senior sends it forward. Bobcats playing with 10 men. That ball played forward by Bloomberg. Here's Chris Wilkinson. Wilkinson looking for Sharapov. Mena. And the foul on the Lions will create a free kick opportunity for the Bobcats from a very dangerous part of the field. You can go a lot of directions with a free kick from this spot, either setting up a teammate or a direct shot on goal. Lions will set up the wall. See what the Bobcats have planned here. Bebus and Frank Long on the ball here. It looks like it's an indirect kick. No, it looks like actually it's a direct kick. So Bebus can tee off here, and he goes for the shot on goal, but it sails about 10 yards over the crossbar. That's one direction you can go on opportunities like that, but it's a wasted opportunity if you're not able to find the goal mouth. Foul there by Mena. So it'll be a Lions free kick. 22 minutes to play in this second half. Tied up at 1. Bobcats had a 1-0 lead for about 4 minutes until the Lions tied it up. Bobcats playing with 10 men after a red card in the first half. Earlier this evening, the St. Thomas women's soccer team on senior night defeated Florida Memorial 2-1. Here come the Lions on the attack. Lions striker unable to get a foot on it. Then a fancy shot attempt ends up into the hands of Connor Christie. Kevin Guillen, the Honduras native, tried that fancy half volley, but kicked softly to Connor Christie. And another foul there will result in a set-piece opportunity for the Bobcats. So here is where you look for the teammate. And you'll see Frank Long, one of the taller players on the team, heading into the offensive side of the field to see if he can get a head on this cross by Chris Wilkinson.
Wilkinson sends it into the goal mouth area. Bobcats unable to get there. Maybe just a little too much on that service by Wilkinson. Got to make all those opportunities count. You only get so many of them, especially when you're playing with just 10 men. And we're now under 20 minutes to play in regulation, tied up at 1. Chris Valdez now playing on the defensive end with that clearance. He was playing up front earlier in this match. Nice move there. And the service. An opportunity here for the Lions. Open man on the far side there. Teed off on that cross. Now 19 minutes to play in the second half. $18 minutes, 20 seconds to play in regulation. As there's some contact there, no call by the referee. He lets him play on. All sorts of contact, but no call. And here come the Lions on the counterattack. Harry Molyneux on the defense there. But another opportunity for the Lions. You're starting to see the luxury of playing with a 11 men versus 10 here, as the Lions really moving the ball around well.